Hey everyone, welcome back. Hopefully my shadow doesn't get in here too much. Yay. Just want to give an update. So we finally got, before we had the keys cranked, holy shadow Batman. we had the keys cranked and we put on the 37 Ridge Graps, and we just, the back was still essentially stock. Now we have everything in. So let's check it out. We have I got the, what is this? The 4-inch Deaver springs. And then we have, come back here. We just have a 3-inch block. So it kept it nice and short. The other option was to do a 7-inch block. But nobody really wanted to do that. They wanted to do the springs. Now, doing springs is going to change your ride, but as you can see, this is much taller now. It's fantastic, really. It is, with the Deaver springs, it started off about an inch higher in the back. It's starting to settle. They told me that it would do that eventually. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks about right. I haven't taken a tape measure to it yet, but it is big. It is definitely bigger. My front tires rubbed a little bit before. What we did was we added, I had my stock keys cranked up, and we put in the 2-inch keys that Cognito offers. So they're Cognito keys that goes with the kit if you wanted to put this at a 9 instead of a 7. So now we actually have the front lowered just a little bit, so it's about 8.5 inches. But these are obviously used. They're about 50% gone. So if these were new, I'm probably going to rub a little bit here, but I'll just trim this back more. We didn't want to do a full crank because the ride would be crap, because you'd be hitting the stop, and it sounds terrible. It's real metally. It's like gung gung gung, and of course the higher you crank it, the more the ride's going to suffer from that. So we have it just down from 9 inches essentially, and we'll just do a quick walk around so you can take a look at how it looks. It's bigger. It's awesome. I love the look. I love the meatier 37s on the 22s versus the 35s. I like a little bit of meat with my tires. It's just personal preference. But as you can see, it's big. And it's awesome. I love it. It's beautiful. Now the ride, let's talk about the ride, because obviously if I did 7-inch blocks, the ride's going to be about the same. But with the springs, let's give you the full walk around. My truck's so dirty and scratched. We just went up and played in the snow and got some scratches. Anyway, the ride, God, I hate my shadow being in this. The ride is just a little bit stiffer in the back. Just a little bit, not a lot. But these packs are huge. Like, I don't know if you can see. You can see they're just a bunch of small leaves stacked together, so that's why they're just a little bit softer versus bigger, thicker leaves like with the stock springs. Just a little bit stiffer. Not super noticeable, at least not for me. Maybe somebody else can say something different. That's my experience. I love it how it sits right now. Now it's probably the tires, but it does wander just a little bit more. So the steering wheel, you have to be a little bit more, engaged with the steering wheel. Everything's still tight, the front, all the steering, because we have the kryptonite stuff. So everything's tight. It's just, I think these tires wander just a little bit more. They grab a little bit more. Mileage, I'd say around town, I'm getting just a little bit worse with these 37s. Because they're heavier. I mean, they're going to take a little bit more juice to get moving, but on highway, when you're up to speed and you're moving around, it's still about the same, equal to or just slightly less. But again, I had the Trail Graps on here before. These are a little bit more gas friendly, supposedly. I don't know, it's all hearsay. But I did just air these down to 50 pounds. We were running them at 60 pounds. To get the good mileage. Now I've got them at 50 because I was up playing in the snow, wanted a little bit more traction. They do okay in the snow, nothing great. I actually think my Trail Graps are better. Maybe you guys give me your thoughts. And then the only other update, like, we're at 52,000 miles right now, and the only other update is, I'm sure maybe some of you guys that own these having issues. I actually kind of want your comments. I wonder if it'd do it if I turn it on, but my stereo has really been starting. It did it intermittently before, and I've seen videos on people, you know, pulling the glove box out. I've pulled it out. There's a little blue plug-in for the IntelliLink. You know, they say unplug it, wiggle it around, plug it back in. Sometimes it fixes it. But what's happening is, let's turn it down, is that my radio's tweaking out. I mean, you can actually see it here. It's just automatically pulling up bars. What it'll do is it'll change my display up here. It'll flip it to radio and you'll hear it beeping, and it'll do all kinds of stupid stuff. It's really effing frustrating. Sometimes I just want to like put my fist through the radio. It's so annoying. If anybody has had this and had a legitimate fix that they've done that's fixed this, please let me know in the comments or message me. It's driving me nuts. It's to a point where I just shut the radio off because it just beeps, it changes stations, it does all kinds of crap. I'm not excited about changing the head unit because it's like, you know, somewhere between 600 and 1,000 bucks. If I have to, so be it. It's better than driving me nuts. Or if anybody has any fix that can legitimately fix that, please let me know. That's it. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you think it looks now with the full basically it's 9 inches. I love the clearance, I love the ride. It gets a lot of looks, a lot of people always commenting on how much they like it. That's it. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Cognito all the way. I love the look of the 37's to a point to where even if it rides just slightly stiffer and not as good as the 35's, you know, lowered down, I would still do the 37's. That's just me. That's my thoughts, especially if you're looking at doing this. Yeah, I like to keep videos short, keep them short and sweet. Let me know if you have any comments. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. All right, take care. Oh, one more thing. I have a pretty killer update coming up in about, I'd say, well, let's give me a month. 1 month, we're gonna have a killer update on the Tahoe. Got some cool things coming for that, so stick around and watch that. All right, take care.